Hello. Gotta remember what I was doing on this. Don't really need wafers anymore. So I sold all that loot. uh, well, experience. I think experience is good because I'll probably start playing as the other characters next. After this run, so I'm definitely not going to be able to max out the 3 new characters this run. No way is that going to happen. There's too many to grind up. Probably get the gear this run. Yeah, we're gonna skip all the cutscenes because I beat this game. It's going alright, I guess. If you looked at my Discord, you know what happened today, earlier in the week. I'm still kind of recovering from that, but just need some time to relax. I like playing this game. It doesn't piss me off. Playing Tales today was fun too. PGR. That was a good stream. That was a good stream. Probably won't be any PGR on tomorrow's stream. Because it's Saturday. Saturday, you generally have like nothing to do on that game because you're done with the dailies. You're done with the weeklies, actually. Dailies take like 5 minutes. Definitely don't like the cutscene skip in this game. You gotta hold. I hate when games make you hold the button down. I prefer when you just push start. I like how Tales of Arise does it. Push R1 and the X button. So you don't skip it right away, but played the game before. Not really a point in watching the story anymore. Get back to the game faster.
このから逃がすものかそこだ。みんな気をつけて。私が行く。はっじゃあはっ逃がさない。はっここにえいはっへいやどこを見てるの？頑張るぞ。はっ行くよ。よっへいや受けてみろ。ランクこれからそれだよっ甘いわ。バッチや外さない。店長さん喜びそう。ここに行く。甘いわ。まだよ見方ない。どうぞまだまだせや油断したわ。ごめん。はっランクはっそこにはっピッととへやライク僕まだまだとへや飛ばすよ。はっいっとはっへいやまだまだそりゃやっえいここよ。はあそれなさい。逃がさんでとどめん。そこにライクまだまだ逃がさない。やっここよ。どこを見てそれなさい。えいどうぞまだまだ行く。
Oh, I gotta drop a save here. This is gonna be fighting myself. Gonna be fighting myself here. I definitely need to drop a save because I don't wanna put my video this up with this stream stuff. I want to put it up without the mic and everything. So, see how well this goes. Let me drop a save. We'll put it here. Don't need the first playthrough anymore. I probably will play through this again, so I'm not really too worried about that.
負けろバカ言ってんじゃ
I
ない
like
よ
this game enough, and it's kind of it actually is a lot like Yakuza. I feel like I only do the main story. It's actually pretty short. It's mostly just doing the side quests and trying all the characters and getting them stuff is what takes a long time. But the actual story itself, there's nothing stopping you from doing all this story. Like, just do that, nothing else. I don't know if I need that many of those. We'll do, like, 40. Yeah. I do want to try to get some of the other characters powered up before I start another playthrough. Alright. I'm gonna drop a save here, and then I'll go back to the save later. That's how you do it in Tales games. It's basically just a Tales game. Tales game made by different people.
もしどうしても先に進むのだから僕たちの邪魔をしないでその子悟りだからわけのわからないことを言わないでそこだ逃がすものか僕が相手だこの戦闘準備短ジャンプバッチエンジンキャンそこよバッチ僕の前で飛ばすよ1、2、3行くよそこだ逃がすものか吹っ飛べやっ消えてどこを見ても貸してやっ全開それ甘いわダンス逃がさないとどめん仕方がないわね気をつけて飛ばすよこの子本気になったこの力目に返す僕間違いない根性じゃとんでもなく手強いダイバーだとはっと1、2、3いかないよそれでもくらえこのそれが消えて集中してこれから
Anime! Anime!
外さない
Well, it's gonna be hard to no damage that. It's gonna be rough. She has like 3 phases actually. And the counter sucks, so that one's gonna be a toughie. Taking a long time to load. You okay there, video game?
喧嘩か
Save this one down here. I already recorded that boss. Could probably finish this tonight if I wanted to, but I might switch off this. Oh, I can upgrade these again, huh? I'm gonna use him next, and probably, maybe I'll do a Behet and Van Dak playthrough. In fact, I think I'll, see if I have anything else to learn with these guys. These two lovely ladies. Do the big combos. This move is so busted. This is like one of the best moves in the game, I think. You just have to get the just frame timing. Big AoE and it takes off like half a boss's guard bar. It's insane how much damage it does. I don't even use this D-Rush. I actually think it's worse than just using the normal moves. A lightning kick as well does insane break damage. The combo punches could probably take that off actually, because you're not invincible during it, you just have hyper armor, so it has its uses, I guess. It's good for crowd control, but on bosses it kind of sucks. Where's him? Yeah, I haven't even touched these guys yet. It's not enough resources to go around. Alright. I'll just need to get him some levels. And I'm committed to this run I'm doing right now. I'm probably not going to touch him. Alright, so got like 3 characters maxed out. I need to get him some better gear and everything. That'll be for the next playthrough. I definitely like this game enough. I will play it again. I'm enjoying it. It's kind of like scratching that Tails itch that I haven't had for a hot minute. Just a fun game to play. And save that. I think this is that whack-ass ice dungeon, tundra or whatever. I wonder if I could pray at the shrine. It's like one thing I want to do.
リオ、それはユモが一番知ってるさ。
そうそう、無事に戻ってきたらみんなで唐揚げパーティーをしましょう。うん、ありがとうみんな。
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do these. So I want to refresh my buff before I go in the dungeon anyway. And I really need some better loot. Characters max at level 100 at this. You can't increase their stats without the stat items. Yeah, that move is ridiculous. It does so much guard damage. It's like with these two just tagging out, they're like unstoppable. Just do these big fights. Ooh, it's a good drop. Stats are decent, but it's got 3 slots. That's gotta be like the best move in the game. It has to be. I don't see how anything could be better than that move. It's balanced by the fact that you have to just frame that part where she sheaves the blade. That thing does AoE and then it triggers the status effect, and then you go down with the spinning Helmbreaker. And what that does is it procs on everybody, and then you get your awakened, and you're even more broken. And if you get exhausted, just tag out. Oops.
ちょっといいものかも。気をつけて。逃がすものか。僕の番だね。飛ばすよ。そこだ。行くよ。と。どけ。
Alright, go down and to the right, and then go continue the story.
敵だ。面倒だな。
Isn't it cool how you can combo big enemies in this? You don't feel limited at all. This game actually doesn't really let you juggle things that much. That helps too, but what really helps make hyper-armored enemies not feel shitty and boring is because strong moves will stagger them every time. There's no random factor. If you use a strong move on them, they will stagger every single time, so... Another thing about this game is slow moves are actually really good. Normally in these kinds of games they suck because of, like, animation lock, or... like, the faster moves are better and safer. Nope. This game's slow moves are busted. Slow moves are actually the best moves. I think a lot of games could learn from this. How they designed this game's battle system, even though it has its faults. The counters are garbage, that's why you never see me try
ベ
to
ティ
do
の
them.
状態はどうなっている？
They're completely useless.
比較的軽症です。
I hope they'll patch this game like one more time and fix the counters, because it's embarrassing how bad they are.
あいつが無茶しないよ
It's
う
like
に
the only bad thing about
む
this
しろ
battle
ブル
system.
さんの方がかなり傷がひどく、まだ安静が必要な状態です。あのバンダックってやつ、私は前からうさんくさいと思ってたよ。
うさんくさいどころかとんでもない狂犬野郎だったかな。
バンダック許しておけないわ。
Don't remember if this is a boss fight or not. Drop a save here. Don't need the first playthrough anymore. There's no reason to go back. Yeah, this is the ice level. Worst dungeon in the game. This dungeon sucks. Oh well. Probably not going to be able to burst this boss down either. Gonna get blue balled by the gimmick phase.
よっ逃がすものか当たれパラリンハッはっとどめに追ってから追ってからはっとはっ頑張るぞ飛ばすよ
これがロボットのコアだな。忘れずに持っていこう。
本当爆発するわみんな巻き込まれないように離れて
The jumping in this game is so bad.
すごい動いた
Never understand why
滑
game
るから
devs.
足元に気をつけるんだ
You
ぞ。
don't want to make good jumping, but then they force you to do it. It's like you're just like exposing the flaws of your game. Jumping and air combat in this game are definitely its biggest points. This dungeon kind of like focuses on it for some reason.
とどめに園長さん喜びそう僕の番だね飛ばすよ
Oops.
逃がすものかよっやっ追ってから追ってからはっと飛ばすよ全体順大変逃がさないそりゃとどめよ融合値の侵入可能性までつけて
両手の装備を見る限り近距離にも強そうだ慎重に行こう
逃がすものかそれそこだ行くよ吹っ飛べ私が 外せないとっとっやはっはっとライト逃がさないよっいやさっどうぞ逃がさない倒れなさいはっ飛ばすよどこを見てやっとどめよ
I go the wrong way. This dungeon is so like 2 colors. I like what they were trying to do here, but it's easy to go the wrong way, and also the jumping is really weird in this game. You basically have no momentum whatsoever, so the jumps actually are more precise than they look. Because these characters don't jump like you would expect superpowered people to
後でまた
do.
必要になるかもしれな
They
い
jump like normal
コアを
people.
見つけたら持っていこ
備えあれば憂い
Thankfully, this is the
な
only
かった
part of
ね
the game where it's a
あら
focus.
難し
It's
い
only a
言葉
couple
を知ってる
minutes.
の
It's
ね
not
うん
too bad.
テレビの
I'd say this and the last
ことだ
dungeon
け
with all
覚
the backtracking were like the worst parts of this game. It's like pretty clear they wanted like another 2 hours of runtime. Like the only reason.
やダンス行きましょうはっ逃がさない了解逃がすものかそれでも食らえコロコロコロライトはっへいやよっそっけ行くよ逃がすものかとどめよここよ甘いよ頑張るぞここだ行くよ吹っ飛べ逃がそうはっ飛ばすよはっはっよっ行くよへいや飛ばすよへいやよっ逃がすものか電気ロボ僕の番だ空手だよ行くよよっ飛ばすよはっそこだへいやはっせや そうそれやそこよ逃がすものか飛ばすよもらえるわはっやはら飛ばすよはっコウモリのお姉ちゃんとウルお兄ちゃんの怪我大丈夫？ネアのせいだごめんね。ネアちゃんが謝ることじゃないわよ。悪いのは全部バンダックあいつよ。
ああ、ネアが気に病むことはない。
お二人は僕が見ていますから。レアさん、心配しないでください。
Fake out one. Everything looks the same with this dungeon. Unique is kind of boring, really. It's not hard, it's just added out. Definitely the worst set piece dungeon. The last dungeon's not that great either. They make it really obvious. Like, hey, we don't have much more time or money to make this game with, but we're gonna get another 2 hours of game time. Not the first time I played a game like that. Man, that Tales of Arise last dungeon. Dycroft in Tales of Destiny remake, that game I was playing earlier today. That dungeon is nuts too. That's one of like the most typical Tales Final dungeons. Luckily, you don't have to do it on Leon's side, because he's dead at that point. If you play Stan's side, man, you gotta... long-ass dungeon. Just the music is good. Boss is still a ways away. I think this actually is the worst boss in this game too. That and that spider mech thing. at the beginning.
石の脈石のかけらを確認しました。回収してください。
あった上の面はじかない倒れなさい頑張るぞ行くよ飛ばすよやっそこだ逃がすものかいやたら行くよはっと逃がすものかと飛ばすよ行くよ飛ばすよ私が行くどこを見てるいや逃がさないはっとどめん
Care about the drops. Get this done.
やっはっここよとどめん行くなえい甘いなはっバッチいいもんに手に入れたわふっはっ外さないライトえい倒れなさい頑張るぞよ逃がすものかはっ行くよといや吹っ飛べ逃がすものかそうだこのやっはっそれバッチとどめんはっはっ行くなはっバッチどこを見て逃がさないとどめん大丈夫ね早く
Damn,
逃
that
が
guy
さないと
is
いや
back.
このそれやはっ逃がさないどうぞ
Didn't see him.
はっアバロン要塞ってものすごく大きいね
エルシオンの移動要塞アバロンは軍でも警戒対象でした。あの巨体に高い機動力、軍隊どころか基地丸ごと敵陣に攻め込めますから。
でもねえな、あのデカブツにどうやって乗り込めばいいんだ。
さすがに生身で飛んでいくのは無理だ。
まあそれはおいおい考えましょうやっ甘いやっとやっ逃がさないはっ外せないタッチやっはっダンス行き上がるか逃がすものか僕が相手だこら入りがどうちょっといいものかなこら行くよ私が行くとどめん追ったから追ったから
Oh, come on. I was in the middle of that animation.
僕の番だね
Blocked.
へいや飛ばすよとはかれ逃がすものか飛ばすよ 台風とどめよ
Fucking gun guys.
逃がさない消えて僕の番だよやっ飛ばすよはっそこだと危ないよこの力園長さん喜びそういくはっ甘いはっとどめよ園長さん喜びそう油断したわ
Dungeon is so boring. Other dungeons. The first dungeon is like the best, and then kind of on a steady decline. A couple of them are like decent. This dungeon is just so slow paced. I just don't get why it's focused around jumping when jumping in this game is not good. Character, when they jump, feels like they have fucking Piccolo weighted clothing on. So it's really weird. It's weird to like put so much focus on the weakest part of your game. The countering and the jumping. The jumping is way more of a problem though.
何かを探
Not
し
the
たの
jumping, but the countering.
周囲を探してみたらどうだ
I think I've done like maybe like 2 successful counters in this game. Every other time I try to do it, it's just not worth it. I wish I could buy this game for somebody who could mod it and just fix the timing. So that it's when you push the button,
油断
not
し
at
た
a
わ
specific point in animation that differs from character to character, which just makes it worse. The main character, her, she has like 6 different moves she can put on that button. The timing is different on each of them. They're completely useless. I don't know how they made such a good combat system in an era where there's so few good, like, action combat RPGs to play. Then they totally dropped the ball on the counters. Waste of time to use. Not at all viable. You just get hit every time you do it. I wonder if these guys have a Twitter. I'm like, just fix this one thing about your game. Just fix this one thing. You have like... This game is better than Tales of Arise, in my opinion. I like the combat way more. It's like they somehow didn't play like DMC. DMC, it's like the frame that you push the button. Like, I don't know where the hell the timing is on that. It's obvious. Alright, this boss is gonna suck. Gimmick boss fight.
この丸い物体一体何なの
なるほど道理で古いロボットだらけのはずだ
この装置簡単にはいかないようです皆さんヤツの動きを観察してください
外さないバック それなら体の中からドッカーンとやったら痛いはずよね。
皆さん、周りに使えるものがないか探してみてください。障害物の後ろにいれば奴の攻撃を回避できるはずです。まずは攻撃をしのいでください。あと何か周囲に有効利用できるものはありますか？
飛ばすよ。
Shitty gimmick boss. Why does every action game have to have a boss like this? It's not normal gameplay. Sucks. I should die after the cycle. It's not fun. It's just a chore. Come on! Ironically, this boss does not stagger to anything. I don't want to do this again. I hate this stupid gimmick boss. What happened to guy with sword? Big robot and stuff. This is just gimmick fest. Come on! Fight this boss. I just want to beat him. Shitty boss. Doing so good at not having MMO raid bosses. Then they ruin it with this. This boss is trash. Anything remotely interesting. Gonna meet the bad boss quota. Come on, stop doing these time-wasting attacks. The other boss in this game, they actually let you play. This boss doesn't. Just die. Spamming projectiles is such a fun kind of boss. Oh, come on! Don't come back again! I love bosses that just stand back and shoot. Only fucking thing they do. Most of the bosses have fun attacks to dodge and counter. This boss is just stupid mean. Pain in the ass to beat this boss. Be like Assault Spy, only have normal bosses. Shit. Terrible boss. Worst part of this game is fucking dungeon. Shit dungeon and a shit boss. It's just slow-paced and boring. It's like they forgot how to design bosses. Boss is so stupid. It's just a ball that just shoots non-stop when you have melee characters. Incredibly aggravating. I don't even want to record that boss fight. I'm just gonna skip it. I can't do anything fun to that boss anyway. That was with my burst strat too. Like, doesn't even work. What's the only one of the only bosses in the game where your powerful moves don't stun it. Alright, there'll be a good boss here at least. Saved for a while. I forgot how terrible that boss was.
ウルさん、安全な合流場所を探しに行くって言ってたけど、一人で大丈夫かな。ウルは言い出したら聞かないやつだから。飛ばすよ。今はあいつに任せて、やるべきことをやりましょう。逃がすものか。行くよ。いいものを手に入れた。逃がさない。了解。追ったから追ったから。そこだ。逃がすものか。はっ、邪魔だ。私が行く。
やっとここまで来たな。あとは勇者嬢ちゃんを取り戻すだけだ。
あいつはメアのこと欲しがってたけど、そんなことは絶対にさせない。当たり前よ。私たち欲張りだから。メアちゃんもユタちゃんも渡さないわ。とっ、はっ、そりゃとっ、いや逃がすものか。飛ばすよ。変わる。いや倒れなさい。はっ、とっ、どこに消えさせゆもちゃん、考え事？あ、うん。DD のこと、今どうしてるのかなって。確
かにこれまで必要に追ってきた。
僕の番だね。いくら救出鬼没でも、こんなところには来られないんじゃない？飛ばすよ。はっ、よっ、1、2、私が行く。とどめん。ここに。やっ、倒れなさい。甘い。バッチリ。いいものを手に入れたわ。外せない。敵発見。みんな戦いの準備を。はっ、やる。まだまだ。とどめに。ここ。外せない。はっ、貸して。バッチリ。それ。 の番だね。当たれ。
先輩が喜びそうなものを発見しました。
いいものを手に入れたわ。
ギター
Maxed
の
out.
腕も上がれば
It's 3 characters maxed out this playthrough. The bosses seem really fun to play. Need that crit rate. Now he's level 87. That was fast. Maybe I'll do a playthrough with him next time. Yeah, I'm not doing that boss again. Fuck that boss. Shit's gonna give me an ulcer. That boss is a gimmick boss. Most of the mechanics don't work, so fuck that. Not gonna be really showing the combat system, because that boss just kind of prevents you from doing anything fun. I just want to show how cool this game is. I'm not gonna sit there and record a boss I can't stand. With it. Algorithm isn't gonna like anything I make for this anyway, because it's not popular trend. Just doing it because I want to, not because it makes me money.
お小遣いが軽微な手薄になっているって本当だったんだね。
こればかりは昆仑軍に感謝だな。
それでも内部には必要最低限の戦力は残しているはずですから、気を抜かずに。
あそこにある装置、前にメグが言ってた流脈エネルギー抑止装置じゃないか。
本当だわ。こんなにたくさんあったなんて。エリュシオンもお金持ってるのね。
装置には流力エネルギーを抑止する機能がありますが、それだけ配置しているのはまさか抑止だけじゃなく、あれが戦闘中に流力エネルギーを調節することもできる。
あいつらの技術なんて考えることないさ。
今度の科学は宇宙一。とどめん。逃がさない。はっ。頑張るぞ。逃がすものか。邪魔だ。どうだ。倒れなさい。コロコロコロ。
That's a good pendant. Alright, there's gonna be a boss here, so let me drop a save. So I have 2 bosses to record. I'm doing this pretty much like a Tales game. You drop saves before bosses, and then you get all the way through, and then you go back and you record them all. generally how Tails solo runs are done. Depending on if the game has a lot of save files. Some games don't, so you have to kind of record as you go. But this game is pretty well made. How many save files do they give you? They pretty much give you one for every single boss. I already recorded most of the ones at the beginning, though.
レイブンのやつやってくれたな。
ほんとあんな乱暴なやり方あの女らしいわ。
だが奴らメアを落としまったはずだ。さっきの様子でそう見えなかった。
はじめそんなの関係なく僕たち全員撃ち落とそうとしてた。あの変な髪のおばさんそこだ逃がすものかよっせや消えたあとで私が行くひっちょっはっと行く甘いバッチダンス逃がさないや俺の勝つやつの子やばい俺でも食らえせや
Alright, this will be a fun boss. No more, there's one more gimmick boss left. The gimmick bosses. There's only one left, that's the last boss. I think I'll probably still burst that one down.
行くようりゃ変わるはずだねジョエル様の邪魔をするんじゃないよそっちこそ邪魔をしないでよそれなら楽しくやるよはっはっはっへやはっ消えてバッチへやっどこを豚が当たれよっダンクへやとどめん豚がここ消えて終わり豚が無に入るどこを見たら結構いけるねもっと楽しもうじゃないかこの女完全にイカれてるわ
早くした方がいい。その扉の先にテイコの反応を感じる。
それなら全力で行くだけだ。
そうだよ無理しないでなんだか気持ち悪そうだよ甘いそうか気が楽しいのは久しぶりだよ手加減しないよ
ユモン出てるないじゃねえな。
やばせよそこだ逃がすものか当たれ危ないよコロコロコロいくぞ助けろこりゃ豚がジーエンドだね
That's a cool boss fight. It's a shame this game has so few human boss fights, but because the mechanics actually do still work on the big bosses, it's not too bad. I think they balance it better than a lot of other games I've played, where generally the only fun bosses are the human ones. Unlike the big bosses are just awful to fight. They suck a lot of the fun out of the game, and mechanics, most of them don't work anymore. No, in this game you can't really juggle the big bosses, but they do still stagger, so... Which is all that's really needed. This game just drops the ball on defensive options. It wants you to counter, but it's never worth doing. Especially on New Game Plus, because you can't really tank hits in this game. You can dish out a lot of damage, but you can't take it. It's just they want you to use the counter, but it sucks balls. It's awful. It's not really practical to use. I think if they fixed that one thing and maybe added like more gear or something, this game would be even better. This is where they make you backtrack. I like really trying to drag this game out. They give you one shitty boss, and then they give you an awesome boss. You get two good like humanoid bosses, and then you get a gimmick boss fight. And then this part of the game just kind of drags on. Hey. Like they didn't know how to end it. This game is basically a Tales game and everything but name. It's pretty on board with being a Tales game is having a not so great ending. You get like fatigue because there's so much padding. Tales of Xillia 2 dungeon is meme tier. It's like a roguelike dungeon, but you're in a small corridor and you can't avoid any of the enemies. That game is a fucking nightmare to speedrun. That's like one of the hardest Tales speedruns. Basically not safe in that speedrun until you see the credits. The final boss, the final dungeon is random. Which path is the right one is different every time you play it. So you could get to the end of that game, which is already a nightmare in itself. That's a really hard speedrun. And then the last dungeon can screw you over. Because you keep going the wrong path. You lose a ton of time. That actually is probably the worst, one of the worst final dungeons I've done. That and Tales of Arise. Arise was just overlong, and they got this clown shoes idea to just make Ultra Instinct versus all the bosses. It just makes you get tired more, like, it's already mentally exhausting. You really are just fighting, like, boss class enemies from the whole game that have, like, way more health. Go ahead and pop a burst here.
いくよ。よし、うまくいったね。変わるわ。
私が何とかしている間、奴らの足止めは任せたよ。
ああ、だが早くしてくれよ鉄長。
追ってから追ってから。大丈夫？早く回復しないと。はあ。はじめ。あいた。逃がさない。まだまだ。
よし、うまくいったね。やっと解除できたね。
よっとはっライトまだまだはっやっ逃がさない。そこに
Yeah, I don't get the point of that part at all. It's just like we need precisely like 12 more minutes of game time. There's like no purpose to that at all. This dungeon feels really oddly dragged out. There's only one more dungeon after this, really. There's only 2 more boss fights, but it's a really long period of time between them. Final dungeon, this isn't bad. You start to get a little bit fatigued, but I've seen worse for sure. I don't know, the dungeons in this game are really weird anyway, because the first one is the best one by far. It feels like they kind of dropped the ball on dungeon design. Who knows what the hell happened with this game? Maybe they barely got it out. It can't have possibly sold well. It was on PC for like, I don't think it's ever had a single price drop. Hopefully it's doing better on console. More people would be open to playing this kind of game. Who knows, though? Console's not really starved for games like this. PC is, for sure. Just hope it does well enough to make another one. 'Cause, man, their next game is going to be really good. If they nail this one.
それはね、ジョエルさん、バンだ。俺って
甘いの。了解。とどめよ。
こいつ。
Shredded. Alright, well good. I remember to drop a save there. I forgot about you fight him twice. Good. So I can record that 30-second boss fight later. I got the DD fight. I got what's her name? Forget what her name is, and then Von Dock. So yeah, that should be the last save I need to finish this run. I don't know if I feel like going through the dungeon though. It's probably gonna be like 3 in the morning by the time I finish. The last dungeon's pretty long. I think it's probably a good stopping point for tonight. Pretty much all that's left is the
先
final
輩は
dungeon.
ごめん。お財布とご相談してくださいね。
You can upgrade your weapons again, huh? It's gotta be the max. There's no way you can do all this in one playthrough. You would have to grind like crazy. Huh. Go ahead and save and see. See what that last orb drops. 'Cause the game is not going to
ノ
scale
ー
up
クレーム
again.
ノーリターンと先輩が
Huh. Alright. Well, that's a good stopping point. Maybe I'll play something else for a little bit, but I'm gonna get burnt out. That was fun. Hope you enjoyed watching. That game, even in its weak parts, is still really good. I feel like it needs just one more patch. Maybe make the new game plus scale up again, or give you some kind of control over the loot, and then make the counter just be when you push the button. I think that's all that game really needs. I definitely will play through that game again. That playthrough's only been it's been half the time of the first one. Because you kind of outgrow the side quests pretty early on, so you pretty much just do the story. You can do a couple of the side quests. I might have to do more of them the third time to try to power up the characters, but other than that, you pretty much just play it. That game is awesome. I love it. Super good game.
Seems like the citizens were able to evacuate safely.
This primal dragon picked a terrible night to show up. Santa's got his work cut out for him.
Soon as peacekeepers are going berserk.
The energy I'm sensing from you is the same as the primal dragon. Keep up. It's not just the humans. Even the robots are going crazy. That device there is a chain lamp. Shadow Yakumo set them up to assist battle priestesses in their duties. I can use chain lamps as anchors for my arc chain.
Hey, couldn't help but notice that you don't have any image pulses equipped. There's one that uses your talismans to prevent damage that's really handy. I would recommend that you equip them whenever possible. You can equip image pulses at any time from the pause menu.
At first glance, this may appear to be a dead end, but that won't stop this battle priestess.
Use your arc chain to get some air. Then hit the next chain lamp with the talisman. Just keep using your arc chain repeatedly. Even the urban defense installations are going berserk. If I were in peak condition, I'd be able to use my Azure Striker to neutralize them, but...
There's no time to worry about that crap. We just gotta work together and cut our way through.
You're right. Hey, Keaton, I was wondering, What exactly are those street lamps?
The principle behind them is similar to hexapiles. Originally, they were information terminals.
Seems like dispatching the peacekeepers worked against us here.
That's not entirely true. They did manage to evacuate the citizens in time. Hey, TV! Instead of blaming yourself, let's get the situation under control here.
You two are right. I need to keep my head in the game.
There's a hexapile down here.
Alright, let's bust through and keep going. This is one tough security shot.
Busting it open would be a waste of time.
This is unbelievable. The power was so unstable before, but now I can control it so precisely.
That's all thanks to my razor cutter. I can use my shield.
My body feels so light. I have perfect air control as well.
You should be able to stop anywhere you want now. Got it? It looks like you're in peak condition, but your body is really overflowing with optimal energy. With the power
No, not at all. I can use my jaws to teleport just like your Archie. Anything you can do, I should be able to imitate myself. That way you won't have to worry about it.
It looks like you kind of float through the door when you're released.
Oversurge as your striker! Atmosphere!
Is it slowing your fall somehow?
Magnetic field forms underneath me while I'm electrified and causes me to fall more slowly. I can...
So when you dash into an enemy, you get to lock onto them and it doesn't even hurt you? You really can do it all, huh?
Well, it's not like I can do anything. I'm just copying a move from a non-adept I fought a long time ago.
What was it called again? You know, that really brutal attack of yours?
You mean the Voltaic Buster? It's an attack specially designed to take down a single target without failure.
I can't stand any of you! Listen up, everybody! This is an announcement! Christmas is officially canceled! Hip Taps hit the bricks! All you head-turning ladies and gents are in for a rough night! All you happy couples get a ticket for a romantic cruise straight to hell!
This guy's all over the place. He's definitely gone berserk. It seems like he might still have a piece of himself.
Has he lost control of his emotions?
Take this!
I see how it is. You totally got turned down for a Christmas gift, didn't you? You're like the ultimate buzzkill. That's why you're still single.
Kidding. Dragon radiation is causing him to go out of...
Let's go! Gunvolt! Hidden 90-second run. Divine Ruin Heresy!
It's not his fault.
Hey! Who are you calling out of control? As cool as a cucumber, you handsome jock! Now I'm seeing red!
Death procession!
Death procession! Defeat you senseless until you learn some respect!
You're behind the times, Primal Beast!
This game was Switch exclusive for like 2 months. Nintendo must have paid them good. Something to fill out the end of the
Christmas
summer.
out to pasture once and for...
Can't think of any other reason.
Oversurge as your striker! Caliber! Mega Ultra
Barely 2 months.
Power!
2-month exclusivity period. What's even better is they're still updating this game, so it's not like you really missed out on anything. You're getting a more complete package than we did when we bought this a couple months ago. Yeah, it feels pretty good at 120 FPS. I probably will buy this again. I don't know if I'll do it this month, but
Was that enough?
it's supposed to be like, what, like 3 more months of updates? Gumble. They said they were gonna do like 5 or 6 months. The game's only been out for like 2 months, so there's supposed to be like a whole other campaign more of the loot boxes, the fake loot boxes. But that's really cool. They put 120 FPS support in there. So remember, those ports have gone a long way. They come a long way because the first Gunvolt was stuck at 30 FPS on PC, and everybody rightfully lost their shit over it. And the port itself was not great either because it was trying to put a 3DS game on a single monitor, so that didn't help things. But then they added a bunch of stuff, and then they did put 60 FPS support in eventually, but it happened after the Switch version came out, the Striker Pack with the first two games. Those games had 60 FPS supports, and then they patched it back into the PC version, which was nice. They didn't have to do that. But yeah. First two Gunvolts are kind of a train wreck to play, because they're so fast paced, but it's 30 FPS on 3DS. So, platformers and fighting games, I think, feel the absolute worst at 30 FPS. Pretty much every other game is relatively tolerable for the most part, but platformers just feel like you're jumping through mud at 30 FPS. Fighting games, the same thing. Like the new JoJo's. That game was 30 FPS on PS3. That was one of the only 30 FPS fighting games, and it's like a night and day difference between playing literally any other fighting game on that console. I did beat the second Gunvolt. I beat that game on 3DS. I had a friend of mine let me use his for a while. It definitely was a lot better the second time around. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and probably call it a night. It was a new little mobile roguelike that just came out on the phone, literally right after I stopped my stream. So I'm gonna play that for a little bit. Maybe we'll check some more of that game out later today. Probably do Destiny and then that new game. That sounds good. And if I can fit in another stream, we'll probably finish Dusk Diver 2. Because there's only one dungeon left. One dungeon and 2 boss fights. So probably another hour of gameplay. And then I'm not sure what I'll do after that. I don't want to jump into another playthrough right away, because I know I'll get burnt out. I think it's better to start something else, so I might start Sakuna. Might try Star Ocean 4 or Neo: The World Ends With You. I think one of those games. Either that or Lost Judgment. I don't know. I have 2 more games to play about running around and doing side quests in an Asian city, so I might backlog those 2 games. I might save them for maybe later in the year. So, this month's got some pretty big stuff. There's Astlibra. It's really hard to pronounce. That game is pretty cool. There's a demo for that. What else is there? Star Ocean 6 I paid for today. And Bayo 3. So maybe after I get those games out of my system, we'll start something else. But still got 2.5 weeks to go. So we'll finish Dusk Diver 2 later today, and then maybe I'll start my next project. Thanks for watching. Good night.